Saturday, February 26th, Syracuse at Georgetown. I'm your host, Marco D'Angelo. Normally, you'd see me here with RJ Bell and would be breaking down these games live from the pregame studios. But we had some scheduling conflicts today with our producer, so we're going to be flying solo today. And I'll be bringing you the plays here without RJ, so I'll try to do the best I can without the big guy. We're going to take a look at Georgetown and Syracuse. Important game in the Big East, as all the games seem to be in the Big East. And we've got Georgetown -1.5. Now I'm going to go with the Syracuse Orange Man in this game, and I'll tell you why. Syracuse plays with revenge, and they're going to get it. Just like they did earlier in the week when they went into Villanova. It is so tough in this Big East Conference to beat the same team twice a year when you're talking about the upper half of the Big East teams. These teams are all battle tested. They beat up on one another in the Big East. And I believe far and away that the Big East is absolutely the best conference in college basketball. No question, Syracuse has underperformed this year. They have won 3 games in a row heading into this game. Georgetown is in a situation where they are coming off a dismal loss. They lost on Cincinnati the other night, scored just 46 or 48 points in that game. Just a pitiful performance from Georgetown. Normally you would expect the team to bounce back after such a bad outing, but I found an interesting stat with Georgetown. Going back the last 3 years, when Georgetown has lost a game, or played a game where they scored 60 points or less, they are only 5-15 in their next game against the spread. That's huge, and that goes back 3 seasons. So I look for Georgetown to struggle again. As I said, Syracuse won 3 in a row. More importantly, the Syracuse defense has been on lockdown. They have held 4 of the last 7 opponents to 36 or less % from the floor shooting. That's huge. Also, what I'm looking at is that when Georgetown did beat Syracuse in the first meeting, they caught Syracuse when Syracuse was in the middle of their losing streak. Syracuse had lost 6 of 8 games during that stretch when they played Georgetown the first time. On the flip side, Georgetown was playing at their peak, where Georgetown had won 8 games in a row during that streak when they played Syracuse for the first time. The roles are reversed now. Syracuse is the hot team, rolling in here on a 3-game winning streak, while Georgetown comes in losing 2 of their last 3. I like Syracuse to get the job done. Also, what makes me like this game is what Vegas brought the line out at. This line seems awfully low for Georgetown at home. Even though their last game was bad, you're looking at a Georgetown team where Vegas came out with a number of -1.5, where basically they only have to win the game. This is a very, strong Georgetown team, even off that last loss, and you're just asking them to win against a team they already beat this year on the road. And in that game, they were getting 4.5 in Syracuse. So if you do the natural flip-flop from being on the road to back at home, this game should have came out around 4.5 or 5. So they're definitely putting up a number that, to me, is enticing Georgetown action. I'm not going to buy into it. I'm going to go with Syracuse in revenge. And for our first pick this week, I'm going to go with Syracuse. Take Syracuse plus the points. I've got them winning outright 67-62. That's Syracuse 67-62. That's my first free pick for the weekend. I'll be back. I'll have a best bet for you for Saturday as well. And then we'll have also later, I'll post it on Saturday, I'll have a pick for you on Sunday. So be sure to check back for that. We also have the best bet. Remember, the best bets 5-0 this basketball season, our weekly best bet, and our free pick videos currently on an 8-2 run. So good luck with Syracuse on Saturday. This is Marco D'Angelo for This Week in Sports Betting. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with the best bet of the week.